Malen. Reinders. He's cut it out. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. De Jong. Van der Ven. That's the throw. Malen. De Jong shifted upfield. He's having a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Lindelof. It's gone for a throw-in. Reinders. Malen. Gravenberg. Gravenberg chooses to go cross-field. Oh, nice touch. And it's De Jong. Can he finish?
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Lindelof. And it's played forward. Isak chasing after it. Reinders. De Jong. That's really well manoeuvred. Reinders. It's a loose ball. Gakpo. Lovely feet. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Moved on forwards. Can he spark a counter here? Lindelof has a look and plays it forward. Showing good feet. Gakpo makes the interception. Aim forwards. De Jong. Gakpo. Gravenberg. That's really well manoeuvred. Lindelof, gently done. Moved on forwards. Gravenberg. Malen. Isak do have a chance to counter here. Goodmanson. And it's played forward. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Brobby. Goodmanson. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Reinders. Gravenberg. Gakpo. Van der Ven. Van der Ven charging forward down that flank. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. De Jong. Lindelof. Goodmanson. Moved on forwards.
The Netherlands have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
De Jong. Gakpo. Dumfries. Tries to dink it through. That has been knocked clear. Aim forwards. Now it's Isak. Now it's Isak. And it's played forward. And he's there to clear it. Goodmanson. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well read. And the danger is averted. Gravenberg. Malen. Now what about this cross? That's an excellent interception. Malen. Reinders. Brobbey. Brobbey! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Goodmanson. Lindelof. Aim forwards. Reinders wins the duel this time. Isak. Van de Ven. De Jong. Gakpo. Reinders. Gravenberg. Now it's Brobbey. Brobbey! Same again, same outcome.
The Netherlands really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Gravenberg. Goodmanson. Isak is onto it in a flash. Isak. Gakpo. Now it's Brobbey. That's tidy. And here's Reinders. Reinders. Nice interception, well timed. Lindelof shifted upfield. Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Malen concedes a free kick for that. Reinders. Dumfries. And it's Reinders. This looks promising. Now it's Dumfries. De Jong. Marlon. That's very neat. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's really well manoeuvred. Aim forwards. Gravenberg. Reinders. Van de Ven. Van de Ven shifted upfield. Gakpo goes pulsing down that left-hand side. Cross in.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Isak. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Brock has a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Lindelof. Isak looks to get on the end of this. Gravenberg. De Jong. Gakpo. De Jong. Van de Ven. De Jong. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Oh, that's neat. And here's Reinders.
Well, I'm seeing a very cautious approach to defending. Not a lot in the way of high pressing, which is probably seen as a bit too risky just now.
De Jong. Reinders. The Netherlands are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Now the delivery. That's been drilled forward. De Jong. Gakpo. Van de Ven. Gakpo. That's going to go a long way. And claimed it back swiftly. Looks to the other side. Lindelof. Oh, there's a probing ball. Van Dijk. Gravenberg. Reinders. Gakpo. Gakpo on a charge down the left. Hit into the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Gravenberg. Now it's Dumfries. Dumfries. Great position. Shoots! And it's Reinders. And that has been cleared. Could be danger here. De Jong. Out to the right. And here's Reinders. Reinders played out towards the right wing. And here's Gakpo. Van de Ven. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. That's good play. And he decides to cross it. That has been knocked clear. Gets it away. Isak. Chance here to counter. Great defending, strong and determined. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tries to get it clear. Reinders. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Reinders, gently done. Marlon, oh, good spread. Played out to the right. Van de Ven. Reinders. Gravenberg. Now it's Brobby. Marlon. Lovely bit of skill. And here's Marlon. And it's played in here. Defending of the desperate variety. Really well cleared. Isak played into space. Out to the left it goes. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Deftly away. Receives it in and a chance! And they've got rid. There will be a throw-in. Van Dijk. Moved on forwards. And he's there to clear it. That'll be a throw-in. Marlon's cross. He's clearly asking too much with that. Gakpo. Dumfries. No goals as yet. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, such a clever touch. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. De Jong. And that is a little undercooked. Gets the shot away! Gakpo. Dumfries. Marlen. Dumfries. Gravenberg. Dumfries. And it's played forward. And here's Marlen. Reinders. Now it's Dumfries. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Clears it away. Lindelof goes forward and he cuts out the supply. Gakpo. Gakpo. Gakpo with the cross. Isak, now he's off and running. Gravenberg. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Dumfries. Oh, they could be caught out here. Marlen. Gravenberg. Dumfries. And here's decent chance! De Jong. Gakpo providing an outlet on that flank. Cleared away. Van der Ven. Ball's gone out of play. That's really well manoeuvred. Quality ball. Oh, can he get onto this? Gravenberg. Dumfries. Reinders. De Jong. Gravenberg. De Jong. Van der Ven. Short changes him with that pass. Gravenberg. Back into the middle. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Corner given. They've played it short. Dumfries. And it's Gravenberg. Marlen. Reinders. Gakpo. Driven forward. Isak looks to get on the end of this. Van de Ven. Over to the left. Gakpo. De Jong. Gravenberg. Played out wide. The Netherlands have reclaimed it. Gakpo. De Jong. He is just caressing the ball. Gravenberg. Gakpo. De Jong. Thinks one through. Gets good distance on it. Van de Ven. De Jong. Now it's Brobby. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Aim forwards. Reinders. Reinders, gently done. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Caresses it through. Cleared without complication. So what can they make of this? Goodmanson moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Chance! It's off target and by quite a way. Marlen. That is lovely. De Jong. Marlen. So much time and space here. Reinders goes for a shot! And he comes up trumps again.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
And it's been taken short. And it's De Jong. Now it's Reinders. Danger averted for now. Moved on forwards. Van de Ven. And here's Gakpo. That's nice. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, can he get onto this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Dumfries. Van der Ven. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Isak. That is a great pick out. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Now it's Reinders. Lindelof. Lindelof, forwards and with intent. Muscular approach does pay off here. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. De Jong. Van der Ven. And he goes cross-field. Dumfries. Dumfries drives forward on the overlap. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And here's Gakpo. Reinders. Brobbey. The pressing's into... Brobbey! Oh, it's come loose. Herring after the ball here. Reinders plays it short. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's managed to get free. Marlen. Oh, a delicate chip through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's really well manoeuvred. Marlen. Might be danger here. Brobbey! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Marlen does really well to win the ball there. And it's Reinders. Reinders. Van der Ven. Gravenberg. Marlen. Oh, what a ball! Now it's Dumfries. He's had a shot! Aim forwards. Goodmanson. Proves too strong. Gravenberg. De Jong. Brobbey. Oh, good spread. Cuts out the pass. Isak. Now he's off and running. De Jong. Well timed, excellent interception. Goodmanson. Moved on forwards. He's in plenty of space here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Dumfries. Reinders. Out to the right. Dumfries. Marlen. Oh, he's found support out wide. Marlen gets into a good position. Brilliantly cut out. Lindelof. Up towards the front line. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Goodmanson. Oh, this looks sharp. Goodmanson. Now here's the delivery.
Sweden clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Marlen. And it's Reinders. Now it's Brobby. Brobby! No, he's missed it.
Robbie clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
De Jong. And it's played forward. The Netherlands disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. That's really well manoeuvred. Succumbs to the pressure.
Isak really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Marlen. Van Dijk. De Jong. De Jong looks to get on the end of this. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Isak. Marlen. Reinders. Marlen. Reinders. Isak. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Dumfries, and the keeper's got it again. De Jong. De Jong shifted upfield. Lindelof, oh, good-looking ball. Van der Ven, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Aim forwards. Isak played out to the left flank. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Sweden clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
De Jong. Gravenberg forwards and with intent. And that has been cleared. And here's Gakpo. And it's De Jong. Gravenberg. De Jong. Out towards the flank. Van der Ven. And here's Reinders. Tries a deft little ball. Lindelof clears it away. Dumfries. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Van der Ven did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Brobby. Lindelof. That's been drilled forward. Isak gets flagged offside. And reclaimed it in a trice. Reinders. Dumfries tries across. Well, that's a ball to nobody in particular. Isak chasing after it. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Great defending, strong and determined. He's in a good... Robbie! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Goodmanson has a look and plays it forward. Gravenberg. Gakpo. De Jong. Gakpo. Reinders. Dumfries. Dumfries. Oh, sweet feet. Lindelof, gently done. Reinders. Marlen. Dumfries. Nice control. And here's Dumfries. Lindelof attempts a clearance. Gravenberg have it back and can go again. Dumfries. De Jong. Van der Ven. Gakpo. De Jong. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Quality ball. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Dumfries. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Van Dijk. Gakpo. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Marlen. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Defending of the desperate variety. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Marlen. Good chance here! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Lindelof tries to clear. Very nicely done. There are a few waiting for it. And he's there to clear it. Reinders. Gakpo. Gakpo. Nice interception, well timed. Moved on forwards. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Van de Ven. Robbie spread out to the left. And it's Gravenberch. Now it's Marlen. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Gravenberch. De Jong. The Netherlands heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Tries to get it clear. And here's Reinders. It's a quick ball upfield. Reinders. Marlen. Showing good feet. Now it's Marlen. Marlen's cross. Defending of the desperate variety. And that's a throw-in. And it's Reinders. Gravenberg. He is just caressing the ball. Dumfries. The Netherlands leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Dumfries. And here's Marlon. And here's Dumfries. And he whips it across. And that's been repelled. That is lovely. Van der Ven. Reinders. Gravenberg. Reinders wins the duel this time.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van Dijk. And it's played forward. That's a cute ball. Clears it away. Reinders goes short. Ball comes in. Well read. And the danger is averted. Moved on forwards. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's hoisted clear. Robbie. Gravenberg. Gakpo. De Jong. Played back in. Isak. And the counter is on. Isak, now he's off and running. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van der Ven. Gravenberg shifted upfield. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Gakpo. Gakpo in acres of space out wide. Gakpo. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Marlon. Goodmanson. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Marlon. Clipped into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Van Dijk. Gakpo. Nice physical challenge. Aim forwards. That has been cut short. What a throw in. And that's definitely not his best. Van der Ven shifted upfield. And here's Isak. Cross goes in there. And that's going to be a goal kick. De Jong. Van der Ven, gently done. Strong running down that left flank. And here's Reinders. And it's De Jong. Now who's going to be first to this? Van der Ven. De Jong. Van der Ven. And here's Gakpo. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Isak. Lovely feet. Chooses to go back. Robbie. Marlen. De Jong. Two minutes to be added on. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Reinders. De Jong. Reinders. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Goodmanson. Isak chasing after it. Dumfries. Marlen. Van der Ven. Gakpo. Gravenberg. Reinders. De Jong. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Gravenberg. De Jong. Van der Ven. And here's Gakpo. De Jong. It's a threatening ball. And the ball's come loose here. And he's there to get it away. Gravenberg. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's nice. Goodmanson. Aimed in towards the centre. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Gakpo. Well read, nice interception. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky, Peter, don't we? And this is an absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
The Netherlands, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. The Netherlands carrying a one-goal lead. Marlen. Decent progress down the left.
The Netherlands clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Gravenberg. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Van de Ven. De Jong. Van de Ven. And here's Gakpo. Can he deliver? Oh, nice touch. It's gone out for a throw-in. That's a good ball. Robbie. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Isak. Lindelof. Lindelof forwards and with intent. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. And it's played forward. Gets into some space. Looking for a decent ball in. Lovely bit of skill. Delivered across. That's an excellent interception. De Jong. Van de Ven. Gravenberg. Gakpo. Malen. Malen!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Moved on forwards. Isak is onto it in a flash. Dumfries. Gravenberg. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Reinders. De Jong. Reinders. Malen. Now it's Dumfries. Chance for a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
The Netherlands, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Van de Ven. De Jong. Malen. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Gravenberg. And it's Reinders. Now it's Dumfries. That's really well manoeuvred. Isak, now he's off and running. Shapes to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Moved on forwards. Dumfries. Now it's Malen. Goodmanson. Driven forward. And that has put paid to that. Reinders. Malen. Gravenberg. Dumfries. De Jong. Gakpo. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, that's neat. Aim forwards. That's a nicely weighted pass. That is a brilliant interception. And it's played forward. De Jong. Reinders. Gravenberg. Malen. And here's Dumfries. Malen. And here's Dumfries. Now it's Reinders. Aim forwards. And here's the chance to counter. He's on it, can he get away? Played it again. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Knocks it out wide. Goodmanson. Isak. And he thumps it clear. Malen. Over to the left. Nice control. Now it's Gakpo. Oh, such a clever touch. A chance to play it in. Reinders. Grobe. There's the shot. He has kept it out. What great reactions. Reinders with the short one. Cleared away. And it's played forward. And that could set him on his way. Calmly anticipates. De Jong. Dumfries. And it's Reinders. Grobe. He can get that clear. Now it's Isak. Oh, looking to break at pace. Now it's Isak. He's got away. And here's Isak. And it's played into the middle. No, that's not going to find its target. Reinders. Gakpo. Reinders. De Jong. Played towards the other side. Malen. Dumfries. Goodmanson. Up towards the front line. Van der Ven. Van der Ven, gently done. That's really well manoeuvred. Can he latch onto this? And here's Isak. Isak. There's the shot! Van Dijk. Van der Ven. Moved on forwards. Always onto this. And he's cut it out. Gakpo is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Reinders. Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Marlen. And it's De Jong. Brobbey being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he continually breaks the lines and gets himself into terrific positions.
And big chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Dumfries. Dumfries shifted upfield. Marlen. That's good play. Does really well to win the ball there. Moved on forwards. Gakpo. The Netherlands are still that goal to the good. Marlen. Dumfries. Reinders. De Jong. Van der Ven. Played out wide. Van der Ven. Oh, what a climb! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Reinders wins the duel this time. Marlen with the foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Isak! Tried his hardest, but the cross asked too much of him in the end.
In this game, you're always striving to gain an advantage or produce a little surprise element to things, and the quicker the delivery, I think, the more chance you have, and they should have done better there.
De Jong. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Marlon. Dumfries. So who's he picking out? Reinders plays it short. Reinders. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, it's come loose. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Reinders. Gakpo. Reinders. De Jong. Now it's Brobby. And it's played forward. And here's Isak. Van Dijk. De Jong. Reinders. Goodmanson. Oh, can he get onto this? And that's really well manoeuvred. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Marlon. Dumfries. Reinders. De Jong. Isak producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Aim forwards. Van Dijk cuts it out. And that's really well manoeuvred. Van Dijk. Moved on forwards. It's just beyond his reach. Dumfries looking to hit the byline here. Reinders. Shot a goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
And it's played forward.
Isak really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Back into the middle. And it's De Jong. Now it's Gakpo. Does really well to win the ball there. The Netherlands have a free kick. And that was very necessary. And it's played forward. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Gravenberg. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Dumfries. And here's Dumfries. Reinders played out towards the right wing. And here's Dumfries. Time to deliver. Dumfries, and that's aimed into the middle. Clears it away. Lindelof forwards and with intent. And here's Isak. And he's lost his man here. Isak! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Malen. Gravenberg. That's really well manoeuvred. Calmly anticipates. Malen. Malen played over towards the opposite flank. Van de Ven. De Jong. Dumfries. Malen. Takes a shot. Oh, that's a waste.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Lindelof. Oh, this looks sharp. That'll be a throw. De Jong. Reinders. Van de Ven. And it's Reinders. And here's Malen. Lindelof wins the duel this time. That's a lovely, neat pass. Goodmanson. Aim forwards. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Gravenberg. Malen. Dumfries. Dumfries with the delivery. Goodmanson. Pinged towards the front line. Sweden ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Malen. There's the header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Isak chasing after it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Reinders. And that has been clubbed away. Reinders. Reinders. That's very neat. And here's Gakpo. Van der Ven. De Jong. Reinders, played out to the left flank. Can he deliver? Oh, sweet feet. De Jong. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Marlen. Reinders. Moved on forwards. That has been cut short. Gakpo. Marlen. Goodmanson. Lofted upfield. Nicely intercepted. And it's made its way to him. And it's Denzel Dumfries. And here's Dumfries. That's tidy. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's played forward.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Marlen. Now it's Dumfries. Dumfries. Ball swung in. Tries to get it clear. Isak going full steam ahead down the left flank. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, that's a nice ball. And that pass just didn't quite work. That's a little off target. Dumfries. Reinders. Van der Ven. Gakpo. De Jong. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Dumfries makes the interception. And it's Reinders. De Jong, gently done. Marlen. Dumfries. Could move up a gear here. Lindelof. Goodmanson. Quality ball. Well read, nice interception. Van Dijk forwards and with intent. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Aim forwards. Now it's Isak. Reinders. Robbie. Reinders. Gakpo is onto this. And here's Reinders. Oh, played right into his path. De Jong. Oh, sweet feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Has a look and plays it forward. Now that's well seen too. Gakpo. And that's really well manoeuvred. De Jong. Reinders. Gravenberg. Malen. And here's Dumfries. Dumfries tries across. Aim forwards. And that is out of play. That's really well manoeuvred. Gravenberg. Malen. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Isak. And the counter is on for Sweden. Moved on forwards. Isak. Isak. Van Dijk. Malen. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's played forward.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that's really well manoeuvred. It is a corner. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself. Gravenberg. Malen. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Van de Ven. Aim forwards. Now it's Reinders. Now it's Brobby. Gakpo. That's good play. Van de Ven, probing pass. The Netherlands have got it back and they'll have another go. It's anyone's ball now. Moved on forwards. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Gravenberg. Dumfries. Isak looks to get on the end of this. Gravenberg. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's played forward. Does really well to win the ball there. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Dumfries. Malen. Marlon looking to run onto it. Dumfries. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Marlon. Lindelof gets rid without sophistication. That's really well manoeuvred. Reinders. Gravenberg. Gakpo. Gravenberg. Van der Ven. Wins the duel this time. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance already. They've won a corner. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. And it's Reinders. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Van Dijk. Reinders. Now then, the ball's come loose. Aim forwards. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Van Dijk. Van der Ven. De Jong. Moved on forwards. Done delicately.
Sweden really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need. The Netherlands surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Van der Ven, aim forwards. Reinders. Marlon. Reinders. Dumfries. Dumfries chooses to go cross-field. Van der Ven. Reinders, spread out to the left. Gakpo played with finesse. Cleared away. Reinders, who's short.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Looks to the other side.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Van der Ven. Gakpo. The pressing, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
The Netherlands clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And it's played forward. Isak, now he's off and running. And that's really well manoeuvred. Keeper, oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Van Dijk. De Jong. Gakpo. Gravenberg. Oh, great play. There's the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. And it's played forward. Defending of the desperate variety. Moved on forwards. Isak! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, there wasn't much else on there, so why not have a crack? So nearly paid off too.
Aim forwards. Big chance, corner. Up he goes! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's lofted through here. Lovely feet. So who's he picking out? Goodmanson.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
It's a mighty effort! They've scored! Sweden are level! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Dumfries. Marlen. It'll be a throw-in. Dumfries. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Now it's Marlen. Out to the left it goes. Van der Ven. Lindelof clears it away. Nice control. Gakpo. Dumfries. Now that's a fine challenge.
The Netherlands really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Succumbs to the pressure. Marlen. Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
De Jong. Reinders. De Jong. Gravenberg. De Jong. Van der Ven. Gakpo. Van der Ven.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Reinders. Marlen. Dumfries. There are a few waiting for it. Played into the middle. Oh, smashing header!
The Netherlands clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And they've got a throw. And it's Gravenberg. Looking here to chip it through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, that's nice. Gakpo with the cross.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And here's Reinders. And here's Dumfries. Dumfries with the delivery.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Van der Ven. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Reinders. And here's Marlon. Out towards the flank. Dumfries could try cutting inside here. Long ball looking to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. It's run loose here. That's really well manoeuvred. That's a throw. Reinders. De Jong. Marlon. Now here's the delivery.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a-begging. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Van de Ven. Van de Ven. A heavy challenge.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Goodmanson. The final 5 minutes. Now it's Isak. Purring through the gears. Isak. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
De Jong. Gravenberg. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that's really well manoeuvred.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Gakpo. Aim forwards. Now it's Brobby. That has been cut short. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Isak. And across it goes. Dumfries is there and he can get that clear. Gakpo. Moved on forwards. Van Dijk. Gakpo. And it's played forward. Brobby. Marlon. And here's Reinders.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Aim forwards.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Dumfries. Marlon. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Van Dijk shifted upfield. De Jong. Van de Ven. Lobbed in behind. No, he's just misjudged that one. It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. And a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Dumfries. De Jong. He came in hard, very hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Reinders. Gakpo. Robbie. Reinders. And here's Gakpo. And here's Gakpo. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's had a crack. De Jong. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Does really well to win the ball there. Sweden cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't time left.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's in a great position here. And he's picked out the run. Good take, and is he in? Turns, real chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could well be it! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Sweden complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Now it's Marlon, and it's Denzel Dumfries. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And here's Gakpo. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Gakpo. De Jong. The Netherlands desperately need a goal, and this could well be their last chance. Tries a measured ball. Gets it away. Dumfries. That is lovely. They are right into last chance territory. And here's Marlon. Now it's Dumfries. Robbie. Deftly away. And that's been won straight back. De Jong. Marlen. Reinders. Oh, good spread. Dumfries. Dumfries tries across. Defending of the desperate variety. Now, what about a counter-attack? Isak is onto it in a flash. De Jong. Van Dijk forwards and with intent. Lindelof. Now it's Brobby. De Jong. Proves too strong. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that's it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an